All right, so I made this video for another channel. So instead of reposting that same video, I'm just going to get back into it and say it again. So as we know, Ike Ibeabuchi just came back and fought a couple of weeks ago. All right, and about 3 weeks now. And he was victorious in his comeback fight. And Ike Ibeabuchi wants to fight for the world championship. Now, that's more than likely not gonna happen. And at his age, it's too late for him to come back and start, trying to string up a rack of victories, because for one, you should be only able to do that with quality opponents. But in this day and age, man, people just fight anybody, and all you have to do is have a successful YouTube channel and you can get in the ring and fight for a world championship. But Ike Ibeabuchi is looking for an opponent, of course, and he knows that more than likely he won't get the Usyk fight, but he's making it known that he wants to fight for a world championship. All right, you really never know what might happen. But let me say about Shannon Briggs. Now, Shannon Briggs is supposed to be fighting some dude named 600. If you've seen the guy fight, I had never heard of him until him and Shannon Briggs was going back and forth, and then Shannon Briggs going back and forth with this guy Whack 100 arguing over the radio or whatever the hell, some clubhouse show or whatever I think it's called. And I'm saying, damn, Shannon, you and this guy going back and forth with all the jokes and playing around, but I swear these people can't drive for shit out here, man. Slow your dumb ass down. This is a driveway. Slow down, idiot. Parking lot. But anyway, so my whole thing is with Shannon is like, Shannon was talking and said Ike Ibeabuchi's nobody, I knock him out. Told some story about how he was sparring and stuff, and how the person sparring him was holding back, and I'm like, see, this is part of one of the biggest parts, one of the biggest problems that professional boxing has. You take an actual professional fighter with respect on their names and talk down on them, but you're willing to go fight some dude that dude is not known in the boxing world, man. This little underground bullshit they do, and you would actually entertain that. And the crazy thing is about the conversation that he had with Whack 100, he was getting punked, getting yelled at, cursed at. Bro, put in his place and all that. Damn, he's just sitting there listening to him talk tough. Then other dudes jump in. It was just a crazy conversation. And I'm saying to myself, like, what was the purpose of this, man? Why did y'all even air this? You're supposed to be fighting, somebody that he's friends with or whatever the relationship is, and then you end up going at it with Whack. It was just a weird ass conversation. Now, my thing is, you're the same age as Ike Ibeabuchi. Why don't you want to fight Ike Ibeabuchi? Why, see, my thing is, these fighters talk about people disrespecting the sport, right? When it's an MMA guy that thinks he can jump in there and beat a boxer, but then you would belittle yourself. Okay, you're much older than this guy, so what? So what? The fact that you're even entertaining this fight, you'll knock Ike Ibeabuchi out. Okay, go knock out Ike Ibeabuchi then. I'm pretty sure way more people will be interested in seeing that than to see this fight with this guy, man. I saw this guy. Look, he's a big fat dude, man. Like, bruh, this is former two-time heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs getting ready to fight this guy. And the thing is, Shannon saying he don't even really have to train to beat this guy. He's a nobody. Which is exactly what I'm saying. You make it sound like he and Ike Ibeabuchi are the same people. And if he's a nobody, that's exactly my point. Why are you trying so hard to fight him? Man, I'd be beefing up a fight with Ike Ibeabuchi. Like, man, we from the same era, man. Me and this dude, Ike came a little after him on the professional scene as far as notoriety and all that, whatever. Might got to start it later, but yeah, bottom line, you said you can't get the Mike Tyson fight. Roy Jones is running his mouth about Floyd. He don't want to fight nobody, no heavyweight. He don't want to go in there and really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they always talk about they want to fight. The itch is always there. All right, well, I don't really think nobody cares to see Shannon Briggs versus Roy Jones. But at the same time, it's like Ike Ibeabuchi, he's a real heavyweight. So are you. That's a fight you should want, not shoot it down and act like, I knock him out. It's easy to talk that, man, but I don't understand it. Oh, and for the little pussy that made comments about my beard, well, I'm a man. Stay in a bitch's place. Just like a bitch worried about what the fuck a man is doing with his face. Motherfucker, if I go smooth or if I grow my shit, the fuck, it ain't for you, motherfucker. Worry about the fuck is on my face. Worry about the fuck is on your face. Worry about what's going on in your wife's mouth or her ass. Because I know your bitch ass, if you have one, she fucking somebody more than just your bitch ass. It's always some pussy ass motherfucker don't know how to stick to topic. When they feel guilty of something you say, blah, 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 blah. I know tough guys behind this fucking camera. That's what y'all all are. But it's all good. Yeah, don't worry about what's on my face, pussy. Anyway, this is a fight Shannon Briggs should want. I don't understand how these guys are always talking about my era, my era, my era. But then when you get a call out or when somebody from your era is available for you to fight, Ike just came back and got some steam, Got a little momentum right now. Why would you not want to fight Ike Ibeabuchi but want to fight a guy that's fat, out of shape, and that you call easy work and say that the dude is trash? And say, I don't even have to train for this dude, to be honest with you. Dude is garbage. But you're the one asking for the fight. This is why I say boxing is one of the reasons. Boxing is such a fucking joke, man. All these dudes want to stand in front of the camera, mean mugging, throwing punches in the air, talking about what they gonna do, and always critiquing somebody else's fight. Now your situation come up and you not smart enough to promote a fight that will be way bigger, way more money involved than you versus this dude 600 who nobody fucking knows. Certain fighters, their name alone isn't enough. Like, for example, Shannon was supposed to fight Rampage Jackson I think maybe 5 years ago or whatever. I know it was some years ago. That fight didn't happen. They had some little tournament where Rampage was the captain of his team of MMA fighters, but they fought against Shannon Briggs' team of boxers in a boxing matches, and they were supposed to fight afterwards. And then Shannon claims he was going to fight Rampage twice, once in the boxing ring and then once in the cage. All right, none of that stuff worked. None of it. I remember when Shannon Briggs started his comeback, he would just jump on his phone with his iPhone. He's like, yo, I ain't got no special camera, nothing, like just my iPhone, all the iPhone. He was always on the beach, like in his kitchen, and he would be in there, talking about fitness and health and all of that. And he started his Let's Go Champ stuff, and hey, people started paying more attention to him. Then he fought, I think, like 9 dudes back to back. Of course he liked to call fighters pies. That's what they were, but he's keeping active. There was a time him and Deontay Wilder was going back and forth, but nothing happened. Now, there was a time he was supposed to fight David Hay. Now, I do remember David Hay saying, fight on my undercard, and if you win, me and you will fight. They both fought lesser opponents. They both won, and nothing happened. They both pointed the finger at the others as to why the fight didn't happen. Okay, so my thing is, if Shannon Briggs really wants to fight, this would be the perfect opportunity. And pretty much you can build a card around that, or you can put it on the card as the main event. Or as a co-main event, or I don't know how people look at Shannon in terms of him. I mean, just because you come from a certain era, don't make you no damn legend. So when I look at him, Shannon Briggs isn't gonna. Okay, we see it. Oh, Shannon, everybody's is must see TV. Or he'd have been fought by now. And him, saying he couldn't get the Mike fight. Mike didn't want to fight him. Nobody want to fight him. Ike Ibeabuchi wants to fight you. And this is where people start to question you, like, are you really, like, you want to get in there and fight, or are you just talking about it? Because that's all you're doing is talking and making jokes on people. It's time, I remember like a couple of years ago, him and James Toney was going back and forth, insulting each other. A fight was supposed to happen between the two of them, and then it didn't happen. Now, my whole thing with that is, if you really want to fight, there's no way you can't, you should not be wise enough to see, yo, me and Ike could make this happen. Ike wants to make the fight happen. I mean, the fight can be made, let's be real. But him trying to downplay Ike Ibeabuchi, saying he'll knock him out, he's nothing and all that, okay. But you're going to fight a guy that nobody knows. So y'all gonna have some little underground little hood match or some shit or whatever. I don't understand what Shannon Briggs is thinking if he really wants to fight. You're taking steps backwards, man. Now you can tell everybody this dude 600 is trash. They can pull him up and see him losing, getting tired, taking a knee, like just getting beat by nobodies. You know, and his claim to Shannon was he had to take those fights so these higher caliber fighters wouldn't be scared to fight him anymore, which is a crock of shit. But this is what Shannon Briggs chooses to do. So, I mean, when I look at it, I say, look, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, we know boxing has become a joke. But this is, you know, now I'm obviously not concerned about or interested in this fight between Shannon and this dude 600 at all. But like I said, a fight with Ike Ibeabuchi is a fight that Shannon should want. Ike already said Shannon talk a lot, but hey, let's make the fight happen. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. You know, so you either about it or you're not about it, man. It's really simple. But anyways, this is what boxing has become, and this is the type of stuff that boxing doesn't need. You have a dude your age, just came back, got a 3rd round stoppage, and here you claim you want to fight. Every so often jump in front of a camera saying you want to fight, nobody don't want to fight you. Now you got a guy saying, nah, let's make it happen. Ike Ibeabuchi is no pushover, man. And if you ask anybody who you think would have, well, I put like this, 99.9% people would say, who you think would have fought, who would have won if they'd have fought? People would say, yo, Ike would have knocked Shannon out, man. He'd have destroyed Shannon. For sure, that's what you get. Whether Shannon believes it or not, and it doesn't matter because the fight never happened. But here's a perfect opportunity for you to slide right in there, make some good money, and chill. It's not an honor to share the ring with somebody from your era. It's not an honor to share the ring with somebody that's a real fighter, but it's somehow an interest in sharing the ring with a guy who's a nobody in the sport. Man, that shit makes no sense to me, man. At some point, people get tired of excuses and they don't even take you serious. They look at you and say, man, you keep talking about you want to fight, nobody want to fight you. Ike Ibeabuchi responded, and here you are. Half of y'all probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's the thing with Shannon Briggs, what I'm saying. I don't understand why he even has an interest in this dude. Like, even if you fought and knocked him out in the 1st round, who cares? Like what does that do for you? What type of money are y'all making in this fight that you even showing interest, that you don't think you make more money fighting against Ike Ibeabuchi? I mean, y'all get with the right people, make it happen, man. I mean, I think the reason that he's going this route is because his name alone isn't enough to really get a big fight. Nobody cared about him versus Rampage either. But if you're going to keep saying you want to fight and you don't have an opponent, and now you have somebody saying, yo, let's go. Look, the fight can be made. I don't care if y'all got to go to BLK Prime to do it. My point is, it can be made. But this is making Shannon really look like a joke. It really is. I mean, you know, I don't know what you gained for beating this guy, but he seemed to, you know, have an interest in it and think it means something. So anyway, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think about Shannon Briggs? Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.